disappeared too. What is going on? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Currently looking for my mouse. Still can't find it. So we're just knocking over everything on the desk, just for the fun of it. Um, as you might be able to tell, I'm a little extra sweaty here, more than usual. Uh, I'm also late, later than I normally am for doing this. I was working on. Yeah, I have no idea where my mouse went. That's just pretty awesome. Let's see here. My Ford brake system for my Ford Escape, the vehicle I've been trying to get to work for a few weeks now, still refuses to cooperate. So that is awesome. Um, Bought a master cylinder, and it is still not working. What am I doing? Can you even? So dark, I can't even see. Okay, there we go. So that's cool. And now some of the symptoms are leading to possibly a bad brake booster. If you are not, you think you're knowledgeable, but you actually are knowledgeable with, let's see if this mouse actually turns on. You actually are knowledgeable with braking systems, hit me up. I'm on the YouTube University for braking systems. I've had enough trouble of my own in prior situations with the RAM and a few other things, but not to this degree. This is its own thing. So I'm literally just trying to get this car to be functional, so I can first save money with fuel, but also be able to make money if I'm home and wanting to do other delivery stuff, at my convenience. So that would be very helpful. But right now, we're just throwing money and having a great time doing it. The money I don't have to do that. So pretty good stuff. Let's get to it. Daniel Q, what's going on? It's on. What's up, sir? Glad to have you here. Chris James, hey, my friend. Hey, man. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you are. Hopefully getting out of that Ford soon. I'm just saying, but I'm not saying. Just kidding. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Scott, what's going on? Good evening from Virginia. I hope you had a good vacation. Yeah, we did. Like I showed on the video, that was from the beginning of last month. So we did have a good vacation. I had some exciting folks in the well, really just a few people, but from that video that I posted, share with me their thoughts, and definitely we disagree on some of the on even going on vacation, and when I have so many things going on, despite even financial things going on. But we had a great time. We had a I shared I shared in that comment to one of the guys who strongly disagreed with virtually every decision I've made within that last video, I guess. And we operate off of the profit first money management strategy. And so one of the things that is an absolute category for us is vacation, among other more other serious, very demanding things and absolutes, and so we hold back 2% of every dollar that we net, that we actually put back for vacation. 2% of everything. which really is not a lot. So, anyways, we put that very little money towards vacation, and we had a great time. So in the future, as our income increases, that percentage will stay the same or maybe go up a slightly higher. But it should be, more money down the road. But had a great time on vacation. Still going through issues as I just get in sharing, the private or the personal vehicle, the Ford Escape. It's been a good vehicle, reliable, and now it's time to pay up a little bit of money. So, anyways, yeah, just trying to navigate issues. Also, this will probably be a oh dear. This will probably be a video coming to you soon, or maybe just a live stream. I don't know. Um, how I've had multiple times where I have broken wheel studs. They shear off. I've almost lost my wheels, which probably would mean I might lose my life, going down the road at highway speeds. I have had a number of times where I have replaced wheel studs, and we know that Mopar or Ram came out recently with their updated or corrected, rather, their new torque specs, foot pounds for the Ram dually, I guess my truck, probably your truck. The specs for that, it went from 150 to, I believe, I saw the announcement. I think it's still in my email, from 150 down to 139. And so, okay, so 11 foot pounds tighter, which evidently means that, and they did the full recall on the wheel studs because um, the wheel studs were shearing off under, load or just under normal usage, I guess, at 150. So 139 keeps them on there, but doesn't shear them off. It literally stretch the wheel studs to where they eventually just break off. And then you just grenade everything. The actual rim, you lose your lug nuts as well as have to replace your wheel studs. So, um, I have lowered all four corners down to 139 foot pounds. What I will do is put my electric impact, get them almost all the way on there, get them, finger tight or whatever, and then torque them down with my torque wrench. So here's the kicker. I didn't know this. I just heard about this recently, and maybe it's not a recent thing. Maybe it's a known thing, and it's just nothing's going to change about it. I don't know. But just throwing it out there to you guys. Evidently, there is a number of people who own Harbor Freight Pittsburgh torque wrenches. I am one of those people. Evidently, it's very cheap. I've gone through a number of them for various reasons, my fault and not my fault. But evidently, the one job that this torque wrench is supposed to do is torque it down to a certain foot pound. And evidently, there are many people who are saying that when you would do 150, if you were to check it with a different torque wrench, and verify that, multiple other brands, the old school type of torque wrench, which I've never seen but I've heard about, with the needle, as well as other ones, digital ones, all that kind of stuff, that literally it would be up to 35 pounds higher foot pound than what the actual torque wrench says. So, you know, beat me up in the comments for buying a Harbor Freight torque wrench, but evidently, um, right now I can't verify it and I don't care. And maybe there's some other crazy reasons, but there's so many people saying that Harbor Freight torque wrenches are off from what they actually, say they are doing. Um, so that means, let's worst case scenario potentially, and it probably is that way for me. Back when I was doing 150, which is what the Dodge spec was, potentially was up to 185 foot pounds from my Harbor Freight torque wrench, which is 35 above what the actual readout says, is what a lot of people are saying, up to that number. So then they lower it down to 139, and I'm potentially still 35 above that. So all that to say, I've been scratching my brain at, my head, whatever, whatever I've got in here. Why do I keep shearing off wheel studs? And it happened again. I'm not going to get into it, but I just discovered my rear right wheel stud, one of the 8, is no longer with us. And I can already tell by that now hole, and you can see where the wheel stud, what's left of it, is that the actual rim was absolutely toast. So anyways, I have a camper, and I've done my pre-trips, my post-trips, and this is how I found this issue yet again. Going through so many wheel studs, which means lug nuts, because they don't hop back in the truck once they fly off and they shear off. Some cornfield has mine. Somebody with a metal detector is probably going to find about $300 worth of wheel studs from me, lug nuts. So all that to say, if you have a Harbor Freight torque wrench, mine is currently in the trash. I'm done. If you're telling me that Ram had it too high and then they correct it, and I'm still too high because of the torque wrench that I've been using, it's like, you still can't win, Daniel. It's just like, really? I'm even trying to do the right thing by torquing it down to the right spec. And you're telling me the one job the torque wrench had, nope, we're still potentially, probably not going to be accurate with it. I'm ready to fight somebody. The amount of wheel studs that I've replaced, they're so expensive. They're so expensive and hard to get. It would be different if I could just go to O'Reilly's or something. They are only dealer parts. They're only dealer serial numbers, whatever. Nobody else makes them. There is no aftermarket. Otherwise, I would have bought a whole bunch because they would have probably been a lot cheaper. They are only from Dodge. And so I found Dodge, or the Mopar number, on Rock Auto. And for the rear wheel studs, for the duals, it is almost $18 for one wheel stud is $18. I believe at a dealership, which is where I got them before, or several times now. I believe they're closer to $25. They're over $20 for sure. So I got them for hair under 18. But anyways, if you have a Harbor Freight torque wrench, um, I would try to compare. If you have another one or somebody else has a different brand, check that out and compare to see if it's actually the same torque spec as these other torque wrenches. Because I'm painfully, financially finding out that it wasn't just the recall for this torque spec and these wheel studs literally being stretched out and eventually shearing off. And the thing is, like, once you've already been at the 150 mark, I'm assuming for more than 2 seconds, the process of stretching these bolts, it's inevitable. So I've stretched them out on all four corners. I've As soon as I heard about the 139 number, I loosened them to 139. But my bolts are probably still stretched and they probably can still work themselves free. So I don't know what to say. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. It's such a stupid problem to have. It's ridiculous. Um, anyways, I hope nobody else is going through this with the combined nonsense of Harbor Freight torque wrenches. I'm done. I'm going to stop talking about it. What's going on, folks? Hopefully you're doing better than my shenanigans here. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Where are we at? Lindgren Transport. Howdy, everyone. Timothy, how is your week? It's still better than I deserve. We'll say that. Robert, what's going on, sir? Glad to have you here. Steve, hello, Daniel. I hope things are going better for you this week. Well, we'll see. Mickey, hello from Meridian, Idaho. TJ, hello all. Scott, brake lines been cleaned on the Escape. Scott, I replaced my two front brake lines. I have the rear brake lines ready to be replaced as well. I have not done those yet, but I believe it is a master cylinder, but I've still got some issues. I think bleeding the air out in the right way at the right timing, and not just from not just from what am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, it's not the brake lines. I wish it would have just been the brake lines seized up on the inner line of the two inside outside lines, but yeah, unfortunately not. That would have been much cheaper and quicker. Anthony, hello. Orlando, Florida, here in Goshen until Tuesday, waiting for a load. Wow, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, hopefully you get one, man. Lindgren Transport on my way out to Parksville, BC from Middlebury. It's a 2,400-mile trip. Wow. At $2 a mile. Let's go. Got lucky and was able to snag this one. Very good. Awesome. Very good. Chris, I received that prophecy about going to the Ram, huh? Alan, what's going on? Hi, Dan. New Hampshire here. Gotcha. Oh, New Hampshire, right. Okay. Very good. Cents per mile. You need a break just as much as your truck does. Keep doing you, but hey, appreciate that. Um, Sometimes it's more of a stress reliever just to get things taken care of because now that's not weighing over my head. But I do recognize there's still times where like I do just need to sleep like 12 hours and catch up from everything going on. Because many times it's not even anywhere close to that. I've been thinking of doing RV transport. 20 years of driving. Wow. Big rigs would love to pick your brain if I could. Yeah, man. There's someone in front of you that was in the live stream last week that I never called this week. Several reasons for that, but I'm going to be getting to him and then I will get to you. Um, as you may have heard, everything's just crazy sometimes for me. Um, I will give out the number. I promise I really am going to get to people on the phone. uh, how do I get to that phone number? Here we go. I'm not bluffing. I promise. The phone number that you can text text me first and then call me, or then I will call you when I'm available. I'm really going to be getting back to you. Um, especially if I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, waiting on wheel studs and lug nuts. I don't even know if I have availability for. I think I might have some extra lug nuts, but we'll see. So the wheel studs will be here Wednesday. So until Wednesday, I'm hustling, doing everything else I can in other ways, which will include other downtime. So, anyways, if you're wanting to get in contact with me, here's the number. You text the number, let me know who you are, what's going on, what the deal is. If I can help at all, I absolutely will. I'll give you everything I got, both barrels. Just please be patient. This is not going to be a first thing in the morning call or text or anything back from me. Uh, Literally, I just went a week and I didn't get to the previous person. So, anyways, here's the number again. Throwing it out there. I'm giving everything I got. So I would love to help. But if you're 20 years driving big rigs, you probably know quite a bit more than me. But if I can shed any light on RV transport, there's other people here in this chat who have channels. If this is your first time looking at my channel, if you go to my community, not community tab, if you go to my channels tab on my profile for my YouTube channel here, I've got every single person, as far as I know, unless I'm missing somebody, I have every single channel listed for the whole community, all of RV transport, as far as I know. Everybody's listed. If you're not, let me know. I will get you listed as soon as possible. We've got a growing community. I love it. Everybody's able to help and share their experience and save you hopefully time, money, energy, headaches. So yeah, I'm not the only one, but if you want to talk with me, text that phone number. I will get to you as soon as I can. Please be patient. Bibbity bobbity boo. Okay. KBW, are you from BC? Holland Paws, what's going on? Holland Paws, he's another person. He's got a channel. He's on the list. You can chat with him too. From Montana. Hello, Nature Nut Photos. Hello from Todd and I in Little America. Hey, I've been there. I've been stranded there for 3 days, 4 days. I got 75-cent ice cream cones and all set for the live. Hey, I've had that little where the convenience store is, the little gift shop area there, and then the ice cream place with I think they got burgers and fries and stuff. That counter and the seating area out front there. I've been there and sat there for many hours waiting to get out. So I know right where you're at if you're at that truck stop. The Little America. So very cool, very cool. Jerome, before sending out a application, what does the truck need to get started? Well, you're going to need to get a DOT inspection done on the truck. I would first, before you just start spamming everybody with applications, I would call around and see what the requirements are to see if people are even hiring right now. This is a very slow time. I don't think there's people hiring. I think some people started hiring this month, but it may be even later into October sometime. So, finding out what their requirements are for the truck, how old, I think they asked how many miles, all those kind of things. I would send pictures, share any updates, what you've done to it, all those kind of things. So, you would need a DOT inspection. I believe I can't remember the very first time when I started, but I've gotten all my DOT inspections, I believe, besides maybe one other time. I've had them up in Goshen, Dooley Depot, Pro Motor. I didn't go to Dan's initially. But I've been there a couple times now. So Dan's Hitch or Dan's Service Center, I believe. Um, Gerald. Okay, gotcha. I just got your text message. Um, cool. Okay. Um, so there's several places to get it. Literally in and out, what, $35 or something, $25. 30 minutes. Boom, done. There's other equipment things you're gonna need as well, but that should be on the list from those specific um companies websites, and their list of requirements for that. So besides the DOT things, they may want you to have other things as well, but you're going to need, of course, your fire extinguisher, your triangles, and other goodies as well. So yeah, I don't think it's a wrench problem, it's a material problem from Mopar. Once you torque them and stretch them to 150, backing them off may help, but that stud material has been overstretched already. Yeah. Shot in the leg and wounded from the beginning, evidently. So I'm assuming what I'm probably still going to be experiencing um, on other points of the truck. So, oh my word. It's killing me. Scott, surely there is a lab or something you can go to truly prove the torque wrench to test it out. Yeah, Scott. There's people I think on YouTube. The same buddy who told me about this massive issue with these torque wrenches that evidently Harbor Freight's just not going to deal with, or they just say return it and the next one should be better. I don't know. But evidently, there's several different ways to test and to compare and make sure, hey, like, is this accurate or not for it to be calculated. For a $10 or $15 torque wrench, I'm assuming they're betting on just you just not caring and just saying, oh well, and returning it for a free one or something, something like that. But it's killing me. Like, dude, the amount of wheel studs I've lost, not just the money for the wheel studs at $18 a pop for a rear. For the front, I think it's like $7 or $8, but it's the lug nuts that are also very expensive. So we're talking $25 probably per stud and nut times 8, plus the time you're waiting and you're down. Dude, we're talking hundreds of dollars of lost and wasted if you didn't lose your tire, you know, off the road, some crazy place, some crazy way. So, Cobalt and Husky make good torque wrenches on the cheaper side. They're the same one, technically just branded differently. Okay. Yeah, I threw mine away. It's in the trash right now. So I'm gonna be buying a new one. It ain't going to be from Harbor Freight. There's a lot of things I buy from Harbor Freight that I'm proud to have because it's held up and withstanded the test of time. Absolutely. And if not, their warranty department is they are not playing games. I've seen some pretty wild stuff at Harbor Freight. Other people are warrantying out. I'm like, they're going to let you do that? You used and abused this thing. That was not a error on the manufacturing. But anyways, yeah, I'm in the market for a new torque wrench. So if you guys know, let me know. I have a Harbor Freight wrench and I've never snapped a stud at 150. Maybe yours is right on the money. Maybe the 150 is on the perimeter of where they're seeing lug nuts being snapped or wheel studs. I'm happy for you, but I got to tell you, I've gone through so many at 150. The Harbor Freight stops at 150. Their cheaper version, the manual one that's not digital, and it's not a matter of leverage. Like I'm literally getting it in there and doing it. Like, actually, you would lose. Wait, would you actually lose with that? You would lose the leverage. So I guess on the duals it would be a little bit more difficult, depending if you can get it in there. TJ, how many Uggy Doggies is 139? I'm saying that wrong, I'm sure. But it's less than 150. I know that. I'm from the island, about an hour from Parksville, BC. I spoke with Team RV Express. Okay, and apparently they need many runs here, huh? I'm on the fence, not sure it would last too long. Yeah, KBW. This is crazy times. I'm going to be talking about it in a couple of videos here. We've already had several people talking about the state of the industry. I have not said anything yet on that. I think the people who have already put out those kind of videos, just talking about where we're at going forward. Nobody knows for certain anything, but it's certainly the most uncertain time of the consistently um, highs and lows. It's like somebody went in with scrambled eggs, just stirred it all up, and we're just still waiting for the dust to settle and see where things land. So I'm going to be talking about it from a different angle. I don't want to say what the same thing other people have said. That's a waste of a video and a waste of your time. But there's a few things I do want to highlight with where we're currently at. As far as your situation goes, I do agree. Who knows how long that would last? Having consistently, loads going up there, and what the pay rate would be, and what the fuel price is going to be. Getting into RV transport right now, um, I got in February 1st of 16. Gas prices were just around $2, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more, depending. Which means our fuel discounts are way down from there, decently down. Synergy for single poles, they were paying $1.05 or $1.06 a mile, with fuel being a third of what it is now. That was for south loads. For going west or east, it was $1.10 or $1.15, somewhere in there. That was the high end. And then, of course, CDLs were much higher. And if they needed one immediately, that would be even more pay, whatever. But this is uncharted territory, above what normal uncharted territory we are every year. So, whatever decision you do, I would be playing a cautious offense with a strong defense. Whatever that looks like for you financially, that's where I would be at. Robert, what's going on? Boom. What up? Just got back from Cali. It was 109 there. Oh my word. Please tell me you have AC. Todd, what's going on? I took a Timberwolf from Oregon to Turkey, California. They didn't accept it due to floor damage. So I had to. My wife just brought me a Diet Coke. She's the best. And she's drinking. And she restocked the fridge with them. So I am blessed. And Bella's cute. That's what I'm told. Yep, that chair is gonna meet its maker. Let's see here. I'm way behind, I'm pretty sure. Brian, actually have 3/8 driving as we speak, driving in first on wheels off and check a lot more. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Brian. I hope it's just my torque wrench and literally nobody else. But I've got to think that other people are affected. And maybe you don't know it, and maybe it's not as bad as maybe mine is. I can't even prove it. I don't even care to. I'm just done with it. If enough people are saying that's the case, and I've had this much trouble, and I'm not jumping on the thing to tighten the wheel lug nuts. I'm just gonna wave the white flag and be done with Harbor Freight torque wrenches and live to fight another day. And not be torque. Whoever, wines and dines me at Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever, it's an imposter of a real torque wrench, evidently, at least for me. Robert Todd, I was there with you. I was RV with this slide out issue. Uh-oh. Let's see. Holland Paw is delivered to California today, 210 a mile and a Sunday delivery. Cha-ching! Let's go. Very nice. On a Sunday delivery, that is rare. Funding's in. What is going on, Todd? This is my screen name. Not Robert Wood. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. Nice loads are kind of crazy right now, but I have heard Team RV Express does have lots of Canada runs. There you go. Brian, I was wondering what PSI are you running on your truck when towing fifth wheels? I have a 18 dually. Also, what are you using? Nice. Checking in on the PSI there. Todd, hey Robert, I think you what? Oh, jinxed me. I got to drop it off employee parking in Harrisburg, Oregon. The mountain temp was 107. I felt bad for the Rams, so I pulled over for a long nap. There you go. Try to find you, Robert, on Facebook, but you're not there? Question mark. Oh my word, I'm so behind. Blabbing. So funny. Is Robert Wood I met? Yep. Excuse me. Doesn't advance any money. I was with them for 18 months. Gotcha. Wow, they don't advance any money for the loads. It's all at the end. Wow. If I'm reading that right. NatureNet Photos, we got to spend our 32nd anniversary sitting in Turlock. Congratulations. What, Turlock, California, I believe. It's a place. Or Turlock. Is there another Turlock? I feel like it's California. Is it JC, if I'm saying that right? Icon is an affordable brand, good quality. I use Matco. Huh. Okay, so Icon and Matco. I've got to get a new one. It's too upsetting. If this is what solves my wheel stud issues, it's a mercy. It's a mercy. Let's see. KB, I need to decide soon. Sounds like maybe a couple months of hauling only back here, then winter, just so undecided. Yeah, I understand that. Long way there, but I'd be getting home quick after drops. Gotcha. Yeah, so your deadhead is deadheading far to pick up, and then you're loaded on the way, almost all the way back home. So, yeah, if you're willing to plan and you're able to be flexible with that, planning for the worst of it only lasting a matter of months of maybe pretty decent pay up there per mile, and then having some backup plans, having some fallback opportunities for business or making money, that may be a good route for you. But not setting the expectation to where you've got all your chips in one basket. That may be tough with things that are very uncertain. Getting back, Christian. There's 85% Canada runs of all their runs. Wow, that's a lot of Canada runs. No, that's a different company. Mickey, pretty hard to take some of the Canada runs requiring a ferry ride without an advance, in my opinion. Yeah, Mickey. It's crazy because it requires so much money up front for you to hold back from your previous trip. And I mean, it's the circle of life. I mean, you depending on when you're picking up and when you're dropping off and getting paid. Technically, you're getting paid, and it's no big deal. But it's at what point do you hop on to the Ferris wheel or merry-go-round, whatever? That you actually have that money available to you. So, and can you afford to, moving of the money like that? So. 85 of 100 or is it 200 loads? Steve, best way to fix your lug problem on your Dodge is to unscrew the radiator cap and pull a Ford underneath of it and tighten it back down real good. Okay. Oh my word. Chris. Um Mickey, it's not bad if you go to Vancouver Island. Never did anything to Newfoundland. Gotcha. I appreciate the feedback, everyone. There we go. Chris, KBW, I believe that Team RV has good many units in the yard.
You're getting there.
Gotcha. We're slowly getting there. Chris says hi to Kara.
I was wondering if anybody was going to say hi. Just a pink blob sitting here drinking tobacco because I'm wearing pink.
Mickey laughing at Steve. Todd, Steve did say he wants to start walking everywhere. He doesn't need a Ford. Shots fired. Oh man. Although I probably do need to walk quite a bit for my own health here. There's 35 people here in the live stream. If you want to be a big help, hit the like button. You don't have to. If you want to, cool. If not, whatever. I mean, they got a great view of her rear end right there. So, yeah, they're sawing logs. Since I've been told it's 165 for Ford lug studs. Just saying, wow. You've got better studs or something. I don't know. Hold on, pause. I don't know what you people are seeing, but in the last 8,600, I've not paid over 468 for fuel. The last time I filled it was 411. Hold on, pause. I haven't seen 468 in. I saw it one time, like 2 months ago. I have not seen it below. The cheapest I've seen it was in the last month was 479, 478. Yeah. Nature Nut Photo says hi to Kara. TJ, I remember pulling for 109 a mile. Yeah. I'm with you. I feel it. Chris James, what up? JC, I paid $5 a gallon in Southern Illinois on my way back east. Could have avoided it with an auxiliary tank. Also paid $5.79 when I was in California. Hey Chris, so many great profit though. Funny thing, I haul with 180 gallons of fuel on board. I only refuel when it is the cheapest. Save hundreds of dollars a trip. Now that's I've got 150, so you got even more, man. That's awesome. Jordan, have you ever worked for Horizon and your thoughts? I've only driven for Synergy, so I only can give first-hand thoughts on Synergy. Anybody else in the comments? Let them know. Yeah, Diet Coke's not going to sponsor me. Here we go. Stormin, Norman, howdy. I'm in the baby steps of getting a truck. Should I do a LLC to protect my personal assets just in case? It depends on your whole situation. There's what I have done. Even bigger of a thing for me with my dumpster business is yes, creating an LLC, but your yeah, she's a big baby. Having the what is it called? It's a certain form. Basically, it's you personally are allowing the LLC to use your equipment. So you're differentiating yourself, you yourself, from the LLC, and I've got some videos on that actually. I believe it's a operating agreement between you and the entity, the LLC. So um, I'm not giving financial legal advice, but um, if you do an LLC, um, you need to do more than just than creating an LLC to differentiate. This is you and your property. It is not the LLC's property. That truck is its property. You are allowing it to and paying yourself. The LLC is paying you for the opportunity to use this truck for those business purposes over here. Um, Go YouTube it. Talk to somebody who knows more than I do. Um, I've got that all taken care of from especially my dumpster business with multiple trucks and trailers, dump trailers. So that's even a bigger thing for that for me there. Rub a dub a dub. Fighting Zone 109, 34 internal 40 gallon. Oh, eight. Yeah, that's right. 8.5 gallon cans. Let me try to refuel in Grand Island, Nebraska. Yeah, Grand Island is a great place to stop. I've heard people from multiple different companies say that. We've got some incredible discounts there. 560 in Oregon, 418. Man, I wish I could see 418. My dumpster business wishes it could see 418 a gallon. The cheapest by me for my dumpster business is 509 right now. Period. There's nothing else. It only goes up from there. Horizon wasn't for me, TJ says. I was with Horizon. Glad that I'm no longer with them. Okay. Chris. Funny's in 411. Nice, man. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, Costco in Salt Lake City. Storm Norman, I live in Illinois. California is Illinois' hero, so the state tries to emulate it. I mean, let's rescue you, but let's burn them to the ground or whatever you want to say. But yeah, doesn't Illinois have like 3 governors in jail, like prison for a number of different things? They're all corrupt. Should have went to Costco. I was there. Zero mean Horizon. Todd, hey, I just looked up Norman products and they make and sell wheel studs for your Ram. I have bought them from the local parts store. With the right number, I can send you the info if needed. What's the price on that, Todd? And it's specifically the biggest thing that I've had issue with is are they long enough for the duals? That's where I could not find. I think there's other people who make it for the fronts, but not the backs. And can you beat $18 a wheel stud? That's the lucky number to beat. Also, if you go back in the chat, I did leave that phone number that you can text me at. Yeah. Rub-a-dub-a-dub. Thanks for the LLC explanation. Yeah. And again, there's a lot more complicated than what I just summarized, but that's what I would do. Basically, if anything happens and you're trying to separate yourself from the whatever issue is, and it's your property and not the because they're going to go after the LLC, or they could go for you too at the same time, but it's going to be a whole lot harder for them to be able to do that. If you don't have an operating agreement for your LLC, I've watched people who know what they're doing, who have business accounts on YouTube and talk about that stuff. And they basically said, if you don't have an operating agreement for your LLC, you're an absolute joke in a court of law. Like you didn't even set the table before you started throwing food in your mouth. Basically, they're going to say This isn't a real business. This is a joke. You're not really trying to limit your life. This is you're trying to swerve in different lanes. So operating agreement has to be there. Um, an Illinois refugee. Our governors are Chicago crooked. Yeah. Um, Home pause. The biggest problem with Costco is you can only put in 50 gallons at a time, so I have to run it 3 times to fill up. Yeah, I understand that. I think that's happened at Sam's Club for me. The few Sam's Club places that I've actually found, um, it's always a pretty good price, but it kicks off at like $100 or maybe the 50 gallons, whatever it
Why
was.
do you think they do that?
Um, just to make sure they're not getting taken for a ride or it's not a scam or something, to reprocess and verify that you have money in the account for them to, they'll put like a hold on it for like $1. um James, how are they? Todd, are they long enough? And then are they 10 for $60? I call my guy 10 for $60 in the morning and give you a ring. Yeah, Todd, oh my word.
How much are they normally? What's yours?
Oh my word. I just paid $18 for one stud.
Wait, you bought them just now?
I bought them earlier, honey.
Oh,
It's $150 with the $10 shipping and tax. Maybe I can still cancel it. But I guess how long would it take for them to be delivered to me from I guess wherever?
Where did you order yours
From Rock Auto.
from? When will they get here?
They'll be here before Wednesday night.
Holy crap! See, that's the freaking pain. So you have to wait.
I mean, that's better than a week.
I know, but still.
Let's see.
So you have to
What's
do
going
it
on
over
with your
like
truck? I'm late to the party. Yeah, so a wheeled stud sheared off, which means the rest of them are close to shearing off. So you have to replace all 8. I've already lost one lug nut, and it continues to happen even after Ram lowered their foot pound from 150 foot pound for torque specs from 150 down to 139. But I've been using the Harbor Freight torque wrench this entire time, and they are widely known, evidently, to be way out of calculation or out of spec. And they're actually torquing. If you had it at 150, it might be 170, 165. Reports of it being all the way up to 35 foot pounds higher than whatever your thing actually says. So for me to actually hit 150 and now 139, I might need to lower mine down to like 111 or 114 or something. But I have no idea. And the thing is, like, it's such a cheap part. I just saw somebody down there, Harbor Freight, lifetime warranty. Well, what if the next one is just as bad, just right out of the gate? It's not like there's people who are saying they test them as soon as they bring them home with other torque wrenches to compare that they know are good, that are mechanical or manual, and they're still having issues, and they're brand new. So it's a Harbor Freight quality control that it's just not there. Um,
you get your money back for that.
so it's been over a year since I've had that.
So
Um,
what are you gonna get?
I'm gonna get something else that's got better reviews
Where
online.
did you
And
find that out?
what out?
The Harbor Freight tool was like
Mike
miscalculated.
shared with me that he compared his, and his was off by quite a bit. And then he shared with me all of the people online talking about it, and then a bunch of, he says, old timers, they have them as well. They compared them and they're off. And the highest number that people are saying that they're off by is 35 foot pounds. So
And when you're off, that's when your things can shear.
off as in there, it goes even higher. So, yeah, it's you're over torquing it. You're making it too tighter than it should be
Stretching it.
and stretching it. Yes. Sorry, just trying to catch up with this stuff, guys. I am gonna hop off here. We're almost at an hour. We're at 55 minutes. It's been a long day, so never had a ticket. I call my guy. Delivered to your local store in your town. Gotcha, Todd. Yes. I would appreciate that. I at this point, it's almost the time is of the essence, as it usually is. So it may still be worth it to me to pay this higher price and get it sooner rather than wait a much longer time. But I need to be able to get that figured out. Yes, getting more wheel studs as backups, but this should be solving the problem though.
Right, but I
So
still
I
think it's
should.
good. I still think it's good to have them.
I don't disagree with you. I don't.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be involved in your conversation.
Stock at the Indie Hub. I find out, huh? If they have them in stock at the Indie Hub, gotcha. Okay, Todd. Yeah. Um, perpetually new. Turn wrenches are less accurate at their max. Good to know. Didn't know that. Um, good to know. Feeling the pain all the way to the dealership and into the garage. Sermon. Then again, Home Depot is now what Sears, Craftsman, Kenmore. 30 years ago, Husky are nice tools. Okay. Well, I have to start driving, or I never get home. Actually, an internet is cracking the whip. Ouch. I got you, Todd. I got you. Be safe. Have a good nature not going, huh? Be safe, guys. Catch you later. Yeah. If you saw that the number I gave earlier in the chat, give me a text. I will call you. If there's any way we can get them quicker, that'd be great. But if not, I'm gonna have to stick with these ones that I paid less than the dealership, but still quite a bit of money. So appreciate you. Have a safe trip, guys. Um, Sorry if I'm bothering you with silly questions. Drill. Um, you have a back seat. Live driver. Don't read that aloud. No. Nature photos. Daniel. Todd will text you his number in the morning when he knows something. Gotcha. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. TJ, everyone, have a safe week and get a good load. Yes, TJ. Good loads for everybody. Hopefully. Eugene, what's going on? Just got the good old beam type. Will be on the lugs. Wait, let me read that again. Just get the good old beam. Oh, that feels good. She's scratching my back. Beam type and your torque will be good. The old beam type. Is that a type of torque wrench? I'm new to the party here. Torquing, not talking. We need an edit button. I'm a little late to the party, but when talking, make sure you're twerking. Yeah. Torquing them. Right, you get better clamp force, even though a lot of people swear by anti-Cs. Gotcha. That's a good thought too. Yeah. Making sure they got the contact that they need. Chris James just wants to say, have a great Labor Day tomorrow. That's what he's saying to you and me. Yeah, it was a little bit. Holland Pause says beam. Okay, so beam is a type of torque wrench. Good old beam. Type. I have no idea. Corruption in Illinois has been forever. Don't know if you heard it before, but Chicago's mayor was renamed Beetlejuice a while back.
Beetlejuice.
Take a look and you'll see just how spooky she is.
Who's spooky? Illinois.
The mayor of Chicago.
Oh.
Oh my word. We are at an hour, guys. Hey, I really do appreciate you being here. I know I was super late getting on here. I was
That is
trying to
so
punch
funny.
my Ford Escape in the face and get it to work. It's still resistant.
What?
I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Be safe.
Look at my face.
Oh my word. Okay. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you. See you next week. Be safe. Get a load and be careful on the road, guys. Have a good one.
Wait, so you